This week's TV Times enters a sparkling new year on ITV and Channel 4. New drama, new comedy, big films. TV Times had it all. Spectacular film entertainment on Saturday. Superman 3.
I asked you to kill Superman, and you're telling me you couldn't even do that one simple thing.
Come on, please, let's see.
All right, Webster, the game's over.
Superman 3 on ITV Saturday night at 7.
He's a clever lad, isn't he? Well, coming back to what I was saying earlier, all you Tom Selleck fans will be pleased to hear that your hero Magnum will be appearing in action tonight in a programme change at 10 to midnight, and the film Deadfall will be shown at a later date. And a film right now, from the safety of your armchair, watch Jaws 3.
Dusting and cleaning never wiped the smile off my face. With Mr. Sheen, I just fly around the house.
Mr. Sheen really does chip the dirt, seal the surface, and put on a shine in seconds. Well, we certainly took a shine to that table.
I think I'd rather taken a shine to you. Oh, that's great. I hope it wasn't just a flying visit.
Mr. Sheen shifts, shields, and shines in seconds.
In case you haven't seen the Mazda 323, it's got 2.7 inches more combined legroom than a Golf and 5.5 more than an Astra. The 323 also has 2.5 inches more combined headroom than a Renault 11 and 3.5 more than a Honda Civic. In fact, add head and legroom together and the Mazda 323 beats any other car in its class, including the Golf. You'd be amazed at a Mazda.
Horlicks, the natural way to relax.
I'm looking.
What a noble sight.
Yeah, but...
What a head.
I know, but...
Stones.
What?
Goes down great in Arctic circles.
I've got a bear behind.
Well, cover it up or you'll get frostbite.
Wherever you may wander, there's no taste like stones.
For 7 days only at the Allied sale, there's fantastic half-price offers on carpets and curtains. The Allied sale is on now, and you won't get a better deal.
There are thousands of bargains at your local gas showroom. Blemished cookers from only £199. New cookers from only £209. And a choice of gas fires from under £90. Yours with no deposit now.
How many tubes does it take to go round the underground? Which came first?
Chocolate or the colour?
When is the hour? How many Smarties would it take to fill the whole of Wembley?
Only Smarties have the answer.
Welcome to Challenge 86. Now remember, we showed you a frame from Antonio Pastrami's classic, My TV Set is on the Blink, and we asked you to send in captions. The winner, if this is new wave cinema, give me Martin doors every time. And here's another challenge, and why not? A remote control 20-inch Panasonic television, and very nice too. Together with this Panasonic programmable remote control VHS video recorder, rent both for only $17.95 a month. As always, a jolly good deal at a jolly good price from Martin Doors. Sounds like a great double.
Martin Doors, TV and video world. We challenge you to rent or buy for less.
Karl Haldenberg spends his time cruising the Mediterranean, pondering where and with whom to dine. Collecting his guest is not a problem, as Karl carries with him a new Audi 80. Why an Audi 80, you might ask? Is it because it's available with four-wheel drive and ABS? Or is it because 1980 was the year Karl made his first million? No, he chose a new Audi 80 because it's one of the few cars in the world made from fully galvanized steel. So, if Karl's skipper should get a little careless, rust won't be Karl's problem. Of course, getting his guest home again could be Vorsprung durch Technik, as they say in Monte Carlo, Saint-Tropez, Antibes, Cap Ferrat.
Happy kids make a happy holiday at Fountains. See your travel agent.
This is it! The unbeatable winter sale is now on at the new Lewis's.
We are a
slow-burning, satisfying St. Bruno, a patron saint of pipe smokers.
Oh, yes.
The January sale at ELS. Everything in stores reduced. Dining rooms, suites, carpets, beds and bedrooms. You can't pay less.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Where can you save big money on carpets? At the Carpet World Sale. Where else? Save up to 50% on hundreds of famous name quality fitted carpets. Save up to 50% on a vast range of vinyls. Save even more on roll-end remnants. Roll up and save at the Carpet World Sale. It's a world apart from other carpet sales, and it's on now.
Thomas Cook has cut the brochure price of over 1 million holidays from leading tour operators. So don't just book it, Thomas Cook it.
I wish I was in green old Whitley land, back where the beer is cool and clear. I miss that green old space. I wish I was in green old Whitley land, back where the beer is cool and clear.
You'll find masses of half-price books now at the W.H. Smith, Sook Bale.
Cut. Half-price book sale, take two.
Or three.
At Ho Seasons, they know it takes a lot to make a great holiday. The beaches, the great outdoors, the nightlife, heated swimming pools, and all the action you can get. Their choice of holiday homes is unrivaled. Chalets, bungalows, caravans, lodges, even a castle on a hill. In over 120 beauty spots throughout England, Scotland and Wales, and with prices from £15 per person. It's fantastic.
What? Is that a fact?
Yes, really. You'll find all the details of holidays in Britain or France and Holland in your free Ho Seasons brochure. Ring 01 200 0200.
shut away until she has a money-spinning idea. Fortunately, Rumpelstiltskin knew of a toilet tissue that was soft, wide, thick, long, and surprisingly strong. So the king married her because however large your family, Andrex saves a king's ransom. Andrex, the legendary toilet tissue.
When you're feeling off color, take Andrews.
There's top film entertainment to come, new for '87. Terrific action in the James Bond film Goldfinger. The Burning Bed. Tara Fawcett is a woman pushed to the limits and accused of murder. And there's a great season of Clint Eastwood movies, from sideshows to sidekicks in Bronco Billy. A man with a mission in Two Mules for Sister Sarah. Big trouble with the big boys in Any Which Way You Can. The tough law of the streets in The Enforcer. And next Thursday at 8, the television premiere of Joe Kidd.
Think they'll shoot us? Maybe, maybe not.
Top action in a season of Clint Eastwood movies. Part of your ITV film entertainment, new for '87.
Maybe Marsh has just been out to Japan. Sign or pet. See, this Nissan gotten us.
I better interpret. His workmates and he recently visited Nissan factory in Japan.
Hey, there was any one else's dirty care for a while, like, you know what I mean? Like.
He had to part from his wife for a while. Pity.
Well, I'll tell you what it is, man. They've got some magic ideas about that car.
However, he say that the Japanese did have some clever ideas about making cars.
So I brought a few of them ideas, yeah, but
So they took those ideas home with them.
well, I thought a few new ones were around, that, like.
And thought of some new ones of their own.
No, I'm making our blue boards better over here than the deal with them.
Now he say Sunderland factory make bluebirds even better than Tokyo. And he is very pleased.
Oh, I reckon the job's on, all like.
So are the Japanese.
So it's got Sunderland.
Probably.
The Nissan Bluebird, new without its Sunderland.
Air Tours are setting the pace of 2-week holidays to the beautiful Canary Islands, with Tenerife from £189, Gran Canaria from £179, and Lanzarote from £209. For your free Air Tours brochure, call into any travel agent or phone this number now.
Jack of all trades was master of none.
At times, I don't find DIY much fun.
How could he paper that awkward bit?
Well, putting a tile where it's hard to fit.
He'd like to do his house up flash.
Can't afford to spend much cash.
So he's going to call in Profile, a new loose-leaf DIY file system that builds up weekly to give you all the tips and skills, from papering and how to cope with the tricky bits, to making sure warped floorboards always stay flat, plus practical ways to protect your home. Profile covers all the skills. Jack's all right. He's got it sussed. He knows the tips the pros all trust.
I've done up my house, and that's no joke.
He's a canny bloke. Profile from Marshall Cavendish. £60 worth of B&Q vouchers with Part 1.
Make your mind up with style and class. Stay single-minded right to the last. Gonna be there when they pour it out. Yeah, taste is what it's all about.
Standard Life's investment expertise can help your money grow.
with tax-efficient savings schemes. Everybody needs the peace of mind that comes when Standard Life looks after your money and your future. Standard Life, for all of your life.
You'll be surprised what Andy Hampers offers to spread the cost of Christmas. There's so much to choose from. Extra cash to enjoy. Fabulous prizes. And a nice choice of gifts. Go on, ring operator now. Ask for free phone Andy Hampers to get your free agent's pack.
This week's TV Times enters a sparkling new year on ITV and Channel 4. New drama, new comedy, big films. TV Times has it all.
It's your new year, your new year.
And here you are on the Orient Express while she's at home. She must be very understanding.
Oh. Boisson, monsieur? Oh, would you,
A Gordon's Martini, very dry with a twist.
Straight up? Tell me, cheeky clog, go get it.
And what takes you to the Pearl of the Adriatic?
Pearl?
Vanish your pillock.
Mind her on the Orient Express, tonight at 9:50.
ITV.
And Terry and Arthur will take us to 11:50, at which time we have a change to your advertised viewing. The feature film Deadfall has been postponed and will be on Granada at a later date. In its place, a case for Private Eye Magnum at 11:50 tonight. Now, it's 9:35. We're going over to ITN for the news, presented by Alastair Stewart.
2 are dead as explosions destroy Dublin flats. A schoolboy kills himself in his father's car. Hospitals take the strain of the New Year revellers. And Botham sorts out the Aussies before talking to Worcestershire. Good evening. Police in Dublin tonight called off the search of rubble from a block of flats demolished by suspected gas explosions. Most of the 50 occupants of the flats in the Bulls Bridge area of the city escaped injury as they were still away for the New Year's holiday. Tonight, after an all-day search, the bodies of a husband and wife were recovered from the rubble. Mr. Michael Murphy worked for Irish television. His wife Noelle was a radiologist.
Just 9.5 hours into the new year, this block in an elegant suburb of South Dublin was torn in two. 20 flats collapsed. Normally more than 50 people would have been in them, but miraculously it seems most had spent New Year's Eve out of town or with friends. All day rescuers combed the rubble, fearing they'd find dozens of victims. But not until dusk was falling did they find the bodies of TV director Mike Murphy and his wife Noel. Both had been working last night. As a result, their 4-year-old son was away staying with friends. By this evening, the man leading the rescue had little doubt what had caused the explosion.
Well, I'm told it's a gas explosion. All signs of it are here. Plenty of smell of gas. The gas board were here, cut off the mains. People in the area were complaining about gas smells.
The Irish Prime Minister, Dr. Garret FitzGerald, visited the scene twice during the day. Rescuers finally called off the search for bodies an hour and a half ago, satisfied there had been only 2 people in the block. Despite their tragic deaths, there's relief here that this disaster hadn't been many times worse. James Mates, ITN, in Dublin.
And 42 bodies have been found in the remains of a luxury hotel which was destroyed by fire in Puerto Rico. It's thought the final death toll could be as high as 100. The DuPont Plaza was packed with American and Canadian tourists celebrating the New Year. When 3 explosions were heard, then the blaze started. Some guests managed to climb down ladders to safety. More than 100 others scrambled up to the roofs to be rescued by helicopters. Officials say it could be arson. A 13-year-old schoolboy's obsession with cars has led to his death in a road accident. Christian Spring took his parents' car for a joyride last night, but crashed it just a few hundred yards from his home at Shrivenham in Oxfordshire. He was trying to overtake on a bypass when his car spun out of control and skidded into the path of an oncoming car. Its driver was seriously injured. Police today charged a man with abducting 17-year-old Hertfordshire schoolgirl Samantha Ettridge with intent to have unlawful sexual intercourse. Peter Kimilowski, who's 30, will appear in court at Cheshunt tomorrow, where he already faces a charge of abducting a 19-year-old North London woman. 63 people have been charged with public order offences after Britain's biggest New Year's Eve street party in Trafalgar Square.
50,000 people were there for midnight. Police made nearly 170 arrests. 45 people were taken to hospitals which were already facing a busy night.
Seeing the new year in for the controllers of London's 73 ambulance stations gives little cause for celebration. Calls are coming in at a record rate, and with 1987 barely an hour old, come the first road accident victims. 2 wrecked cars, 1 man trapped. No immediate explanation for how the accident happened. One of the drivers is the second casualty with cuts to the face. The 2 arrive in hospital, their injuries not as serious as first feared. Elsewhere, the outcome isn't as fortunate. A man found collapsed on a pavement. Casualty units have to cope with queues of stretchers. In St. Thomas's Hospital alone, over 70 ambulances have brought in emergencies within only a few hours. The majority of admissions are drink-related.
No, you don't. Come on, Kevin.
Hello.
No, we don't.
By 4 a.m. at ambulance control, the calls are still streaming in, pushing resources beyond the limit.
Where you would hope to be able to send an ambulance straight away, you can't, because you're sending an ambulance to 2 or 3 guys that decide to have a punch-up outside the pub because it's New Year's Eve.
The first shift of 1987 marks up a record, an estimated 250 emergency calls an hour, and a painful start to the new year for scores of late-night revellers.
Happy New Year.
Andrew Simmons, ITN, Central London.
Cabinet papers from the 1956 Suez crisis, released today, show that the Prime Minister, Sir Anthony Eden, kept his senior ministers in the dark about his exact plans for military intervention against Nasser's Egypt. The papers also show the extent of the split inside the cabinet about the Suez affair.
30 years after Suez, pictures have finally been released of the attack on Egypt's airfield, which marked Britain's entry into the 1956 war. As the British planes from which this film was shot flew raid after raid, the Egyptians realized they were facing not just the Israelis, but Britain and France as well. It was only proved much later that the 3 countries were in fact secretly collaborating. For Anthony Eden, who'd met Nasser the previous year, the conflict had a strong personal flavor. He kept his plans from most of his cabinet. From the time Nasser announced he was nationalizing the Suez Canal, Eden followed a hawkish policy over which, it's emerged, several colleagues had grave reservations. The papers confirm strong opposition to the use of force from the Defence Minister, Walter Monckton.